I am not generally a particularly strong fan of oil companies. I'll confess that up front. But I do have a little bit of sympathy for those guys on Capitol Hill. Oil is an international commodity. The prices are not being set by the CEOs of US big oil. So being accused of profiteering and gouging on the top line might appear to be a little bit unfair. Or is it? I mean, are they actually keeping prices in the US higher than they should be?
Well, Tamar, this is a time-honored tradition in the United States. Whenever oil prices are high and gasoline prices are high and citizens are unhappy, party out of power blames the party in power for doing it. Generally speaking, the oil companies are accused of price gouging, which is never really proven. Republicans now are accusing President Biden of anti-oil policies, none of which have actually been implemented. And Democrats say we should have started getting off oil weeks ago. So it's a lot of heat and not much light, but it happens every time we have a sharp and unexpected rise in gasoline prices.
The potential downside of all of this is that they will succeed in putting pressure, and this is where I suspect that the CEOs might agree with the people in Congress, that they should invest more on producing more oil for the domestic market, which, of course, would be completely contrary to all the scientific reality and necessity that we're facing. How likely is it that we're going to see the return of long-term investment plans amongst the U.S. oil producers?
I don't think it's likely. I think this is really the problem right now. There's not much that government can do or really the companies can do in 3 to 6 months to increase oil production. And while the market is calling for more oil and the fact that we have to replace 3 million barrels a day or maybe more of Russian oil with new oil and gas production somewhere is a serious challenge. But the fundamental sentiment that oil and gas investments are risky, the institutional investor perception of risk hasn't changed. The ESG perception has not changed. And frankly, the national security, economic security, and environmental security rationale for trying to decarbonize the oil and gas sector and electrify as much as you can is stronger now than it was before. So I really don't think it'll change. And I think that's what's troubling for oil and gas companies, particularly the independents, not so much the large companies which are investing, is prices are high right now, but by the middle of next year, they might not be. And they don't want to overinvest and be punished again. And that's why you're seeing this reluctance now, not only from them, but certainly from their private equity investors who are saying, we'd like our dividends, hold off.